All right, well, here we go. First and foremost, every Wednesday we're going to be doing it, so don't be afraid to ask the questions. Mark and I are going to try to field them to the best of our ability. Here's the first one. This is from Mark Kenyon, and he is so-called wired to hunt. Would love to get the Drury's opinion on selecting the top food source to hunt on a given evening during the late season. Assume you have 3 or 4, or however many different food sources to hunt over. How would you go about selecting which one you should be hunted on a given evening in these late December and January months? Would love to share this with the readers on wiredtohunt.com too. All right, I'll tell you what, late December can be really, really tough. And I say that because typically they bed very, very close to that food source. The question was, which food source if you had 3 or 4 to choose from? First and foremost, we're going to go with biologic maximum. Second, I would probably go with standing beans and a combination of those two. And third, last but not least, I'd probably have standing corn in and around that area. And I would use the corn as structure to create some type of structure where they're going from that tall crop out to that shorter crop, meaning the standing beans, and then on into the biologic maximum. So it depends whether or not there's snow cover on the ground. If there's snow cover on the ground, typically the beans are going to be the drawing card and or the corn. If there's not any snow cover, when the ground is frozen, all of a sudden they're lacking moisture. So they're going to be looking for those brassicas and all those plants where the starches have turned to sugars, and the turnip or the bulb of that brassica root is exposed. You know, the top of it is exposed, and they start eating it from the top down once those stems and stalks are gone. So the biologic maximum first, beans second, and then corn third, and last but not least. And depends, the temperatures, number one, you've always got to be prepared to run some deer off the field. Typically they're going to eat and feed out a little bit earlier in this late season period. But I would really, really be cautious about entry and exit, making sure that you've got access, good access without doing too much disturbance. But I would try and get in there early and park myself over a standing bean butted up to a biologic maximum field. That would be our choice.